Thanks for clicking on this Inland Sports video. If you're a local business or an organization and you'd like to promote here on the Inland Sports Show, just send us an email, inlandsportsshow@gmail.com. And now join us here on the Inland Sports Show. They are a couple league champions from out of the Citrus Belt League. We got Beaumont boys basketball coach John Florence and his daughter Isabella, who is a champion on the girls' side as Beaumont won both boys and girls in the CBL this year. And Coach, let me start with you, man. The CBL's got some good basketball teams, some good players. For you guys to win a CBL crown, I think that speaks volumes of where the program is at. I know Beaumont's always been good, but to win a CBL title, I mean, that means something. What does that say to you?
Yeah, definitely. The kids have been asking because it's their first league title. And I think we got 3 in the Mountain Pass League, but this is definitely a step up. You know, CBL has always been revered as a pretty high reputation for basketball and a lot of other sports. We came in during the quarantine and didn't have a lot of success, so that was tough. And last couple of years, we've just kind of been sticking with it. This year, the guys have really bought into the defensive side and the team side, and I think that's what kind of helped us. But yeah, definitely speaking to what you're saying, the CBL is, in my opinion, I think it has a lot more weight than our previous league, and so we're excited to be able to be competitive and hopefully continue to do so for the next few years.
Well, before we get to Isabella and talk about the girls basketball team also winning league and actually going back-to-back in the CBL, you mentioned the former league. You're going to see an old foe in San Jacinto in the first round of the CIF Southern Section playoffs. I don't know if the CIF office, by design, they try to get some of these intriguing matchups for some of these schools, maybe to sell more tickets. But what do you think about that matchup with the Tigers in the first round?
We think that we can compete with anybody. Definitely feel like if we play the way that we know how to, we like any of the matchups. But yeah, it's always interesting how it works out in the beginning. We always seem to get somebody that either you played before or something that's close in proximity. And I kind of had an idea that it would be 1 or 2 teams that I kind of had a good feeling. But I think if we really play the way we know how to play, I think we can make a good run this year for sure.
And Coach, what was it about your team this season that, I know you guys were in some low-scoring battles. I mean, what do you think was unique about this year's team that you guys were able to, fight your way through a couple games and show, real perseverance to pull out some of these wins in league action?
Yeah, our leading scorer gets 11 points a game, but we've had a lot of games where we'll have everybody score or 5 guys in double digits or things where I think the natural way of play just happens and it starts on the defensive end. It starts with all movement for us and just having that team philosophy. I don't really feel like the guys, have that feeling of I need to score, I need to be a hero. When we're playing the way we know how to play, we usually get, 20 assists or whatever. When we're struggling, we get 6 assists and we're trying to do too much individually. So definitely been some guys we have a lot of athleticism. We're not really that big, but we play pretty fast and we tend to take away the other team's best offense and make them do what we want them to do. And that's what leads to, 13 to 20 at halftime sometimes or whatever. And I know it's not as fun. And I know that sometimes, parents and fans and stuff, they want to see the exciting stuff. And we have that too, but we also know that if those things are not going, we want to be able to always be competitive. And when I played at Cal State for Larry Reynolds, it was always defensive minded. And I just kind of stuck with that. And we saw great success in those years. Even if we didn't make a shot, it seemed like, and then other teams try to play high up tempo and lose. So I don't know. We're all about team winning and the team success and just continuing to go as long as we can. And as long as the whole group buys in, right? They keep saying all year, they kept saying, all in. That was their mantra, right? Was just all in. And how do we figure that out both on the offensive side, defensive side, in the classroom, all of those things. So that explains kind of why the low scores, I think.
Coach, I'll say this. Regardless of the sport, basketball, football, baseball, defense wins championships. That's what it boils down to. If you can play defense, you're going to win a lot of games. And I'm the guy that loves the 1-0 pitchers duel, the 13-10 football game. So I like your style of basketball. Let me go to Isabella now. Isabella, you guys go back-to-back CBL champions. I was there the other night when you guys beat Cajon on your home floor. I think it was like tied at 27 going to the fourth quarter, and you guys got on a roll. It's like an 8-0 run. You guys got it going. What was it about the fourth quarter? What kind of got you guys dialed in? Sorry, my dog's going nuts in the background. But what got you guys dialed in that you guys just really focused down the stretch when it mattered the most?
I think our team is always like that. In the third and fourth quarters when we tend to push the most because we can really see, we really keep our eye on the prize in the fourth quarter. And I think our coaches help out with that too, especially in the fourth quarter of that game. They gave us a pep talk going into it. And keep playing defense the way we were playing defense, and everything just ended up working out in the end.
I'm sorry, was that the goal going into the season? You guys won the CBL last year, and there's some good teams, Cajon, Ukaipa, there's some good basketball teams in the CBL. But coming back this year, to go back-to-back in the CBL, and I think you guys went 10-0. Was it 10-0 last year, and then also 10-0 this year?
Last season we went 10-0, and then this season we went 9-0.
Oh, wait, hold on. Who was the one lost to?
We lost to Ukaipa last Thursday.
Isabella, what happened?
I don't know. Yeah, it was a lot of things mixed into one, but...
Can you guys use that as maybe a learning experience now as you get ready for a playoff run?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Today we were watching film before practice on what we can do better, how to move the ball better, how to look for the open people more. In that game, it really just came down to how we moved the ball, how we played defense, who we left open. So.
All right, Isabella, finally, how much basketball do you guys talk at home? Do you guys sit around the dinner table and in between bites of spaghetti, you're talking about drawing up plays and playing defense? I mean, how much basketball is at home, or do you guys try to keep it at Beaumont, keep it on the court?
I mean, we kind of talk about all kinds of things. We talk about volleyball and basketball because I play volleyball and basketball, and so do my sisters. But when we do talk basketball, how I think I played in the game, what I think I could have done better, how we played as a team, and just kind of reflecting on what everyone can do better. And then when he comes home from his games, I like hearing about how they did and how they played and who was their top scorer and stuff. So,
well, Coach, as a girl dad, how much fun is it to have your daughter at school, playing sports, doing well, winning league titles? Is it just a good time right now?
Yeah, we actually have two at school right now. We have a freshman who's on the JV team and plays volleyball, and then we have an 8th grader. So next year it'll be all 5 of us at the same school, because my wife also teaches at the school. So it's awesome. It's cool to watch them play sports. It's cooler to have teachers, tell you how awesome your kids are and how great they do in the classroom, or how helpful they are, or, just what great people they are. Because, when you're an early parent, I don't know, I guess you don't see down the road, and most people don't get this experience, right? They don't get to be on the campus with their kids in the hardest time of their life, kind of, that transitional period. It's great. My middle daughter right now is in my first period class, and it's fun, at times it's awkward, I think, for her more than it is for me. But, it's cool because I spend a lot of time with them. And, the hardest part has probably been that basketball season is split. And so we're trying to figure out next year, senior night, how that works. If I'm away for their senior night, how does that work? So those things are probably the hardest things, but I think the kids actually like that I'm not at their basketball games, because I think I bring a little anxiety for them, even though I don't say anything. It's just the feeling like you need to perform. For volleyball, it's totally different, right? But basketball is like my thing. And so, it's been great. The network has really helped, because I can watch all their games when I can, and or they're texting me about her game and stuff, like the parents and stuff will text and keep me posted. So we have great kids. We've been blessed. Everything. I can't complain. We just have a great situation. It's very unique. We just finished building a house. We're 5 minutes away from the school, so we're always in an area we can go back and forth and and spend time together. So.
Well, Coach, let's end it with this, because I'm assuming you're a movie buff, and there's like a lot of movies behind you. If you were going to unwind and you pick out your favorite movie, I'm assuming those are DVDs or Blu-rays. What are you popping in to your favorite all-time movie you got behind you?
Ooh, all-time movie.
If you had to pick one right now, what might your go-to right now?
Man, I love the original Point Break. That movie is like my favorite. That movie is one of my favorite movies. I would say, actually, one of my favorite movies that I will watch every time it's on TV is The Last Samurai. I love that movie with Tom Cruise. Mm-hmm. That is a great movie, and it's just, I always judge movies based on like what movie I would want to watch if it was on, even if I've seen it 100 times.
Yeah.
Because there's other movies that I really like, but I will only watch them one time, and I don't really care if I see them again. But we love watching Marvel movies. We love watching Star Wars. We just love doing all those things. So definitely movie people in our family for sure.
Yeah, I'm a big Star Wars and Marvel nerd myself. So, and I think one of my kids is kind of into it. The other one's she'll watch it if we're watching it, but that's about it. But
this is my Harry Potter and he's my kid, and so it is funny. It is funny how your kids all end up different. You know, each one's a little unique in their own way. So yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Well, Coach, congratulations to you on the CBL title. Isabella, congratulations to you as well. Back-to-back CBL champions for the girls team as well. And best of luck to both of you in the playoffs coming up.
Appreciate it, Pat. Thank you for the call.
You got it. That's John Florence and Isabella Florence here on the Inland Sports Show. Inland Sports.